A pleasure to meet all at last. And now, it's March 20th, 2025. And I will say, apart from it being 1 year after a very certain life-threatening situation that unfolded, yeah, there's a good amount of things that I probably will have to talk about that particular time, in that particular year. So, I don't know. We could probably put that sort of thing together for an entire different series. Maybe the Vlogathon, if I bring it back this year. But, any case though, this is our latest installment, and our latest game for First Impressions. For this very occasion, I felt like it would be appropriate enough to try my hand at the latest installment in the 2 Point series. Sega in 2 Point Museum. Yeah. We've gone from hospitals in 2017 to campuses in 2020/2022, especially when they transferred all this stuff to the PS5. And now, here in 2025, we have the museum. The particular version that I got during the launch day was the Explorer Edition. Because in addition to getting a hold of the game, I was able to get a hold of a nice batch of some good supplies and bonuses. This sort of content also does allow me to have easy access and early access to that of 2 other maps. In addition to a museum that takes place in a more conventional time, we also have a museum that's based off of an old haunted hotel, as well as a museum that caters more towards seafaring marine biology experts. Basically, you have the original museum, the haunted museum, and the aquatic museum. But that's mostly just the basin. And I'm sure that over time we might expect more museum-like scenarios to take place. And I will say that getting into the campaign mode, first of all, because that's what I intend to do, there also is the option for a sandbox mode. But because I went for the campaign mode, it goes something like this. We have our guide here, whom, I gotta be honest, these games actually do boast a bit of a character look, mouth movements, and animation style that does sort of give me a bit of Muppets vibes to them. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the fact that the mouth movements are something like... yeah. I feel like that there's a lot of good humor I could talk about when it comes to the 2 Point series. I'll admit, I have actually been wanting to try out the 2 Point games. Hospital and Campus especially were up on the list, but I never quite got to them. I can morally thank myself though for at least getting into the 2 Point series just to know where I'm going and the direction in particular that it's going to take me. And much like other games I've talked about in the past, like Roller Coaster Tycoon, or basically a lot of those sim games, if you will, not just the theme park variety, but also the city builder, which is also akin to City Skylines, which, believe it or not, we're about to get a sequel sometime in the future. And while 2 Point Museum, as well as its preceding games, also happened to bear very similar capabilities and functionality to most of these other games, you have camera angles that you can spin around, dive up, or descend downwards, and basically zoom in or out. These are the kind of control functions that are common amongst this sort of variety of gameplay. But the real big beauty that I tend to find about the 2 Point series is the fact that, at least with the museum that I played for about 2 hours worth, the main goal, of course, is to build a big museum and earn stars. Because as a curator, you're inclined to create possibly the best historical level of experimentation and the best experience that a person could hope for. In this particular game, we do start off with a small museum in particular that's practically empty except for a few sample decorations and exhibits that are placed within the building already. Our main job is, of course, to expand upon the museum's variety of exhibits and information from within. We're also supposed to be hiring various people, from experts to janitors, security guards, assistants, especially when it comes to selling merchandise at the gift shops or selling tickets at the front entrance. we're also supposed to get a hold of various exhibits. A lot of different historical artifacts that in fact come from various locations around the world. And to do this, we need to go to the helipad, which is located near the museum, and select from a certain destination. Choose the people that you want to send out, as well as whatever resources you may need. It does let you know up front exactly what to expect in terms of whatever might get in your way, or whatever obstacles could slow you down, whatever other things could show up. But I will say that having no experience with these games, it's at least a great idea to have myself some time spent with the 2 Point series. And now I do feel a little more inclined to try out the hospital and campus titles, and who knows, maybe at some point in the future, the 2 Point series might transcend towards another different topic entirely. Hospitals, schools, museums. What could probably be next? Maybe 2 Point military base or something? Maybe 2 Point theme park? I mean, that would probably be more or less too similar to how the Planet variety of from Frontier or the Sim series games have taken place. Because likewise, Frontier and Sim have both taken on the theme park variety of gameplay. And if 2 Point were to do the same thing, I reckon that maybe some things could develop. But, of course, one other thing I might as well point out is that 2 Point Museum also does have some accompanying announcer dialogue and dialogue that comes from a local radio station. Basically, a talk show host and an announcer tend to alternate back and forth and temporarily interrupt the music in the background and the many sound effects from wherein in order to sort of break up the monotony. The announcer probably is one of the best things about the game entirely. It delivers a unique bit of comedic humor, the likes of which I never expected. I mean, there are such samples that you can hear throughout the game, such as, "Let's keep crime low and prevent crime at all," which doesn't entirely make sense because you're kind of implementing them both in the same context. Do you want to lessen crime or do you want to prevent crime in general? Can't really be both at the same time. But that's sort of the beauty about it. This is the kind of comedic humor that at least does give us the opportunity to keep on going forward, because some people might not have the attention span to play these sort of games for long periods of time. But I myself have been known to play games like this all the time. So from wherein or therein or herein, I do hope that I can go further on this game and explore more when it comes to the contemporary, haunted, and aquatic variety in terms of museum experiences. Whether they be guided tours, or they be exhibits that are rare, hard to find around the world, or lost in history. I sure do hope that I can get even more progress made on this game. But for now, with the 90 minutes or so that I've put on this game, and the clips that I've put together thus far for this video, I do hope that you continue to enjoy this series, and I also hope that the 2 Point series continues to grow bigger and stronger. Sega has truly been much bigger and better than they ever have been in the last 30 years. And I do hope that they continue to shine in the game industry. Also, if you want to see more go down on my channel, then, well, I guess it'd be better to leave a score first. 2 Point Museum is a solid hit at this point. A good 9.0 out of 10.1. Just like that. Now we're ready to close off here. So make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me wherever you can find me, and stay on the Hollywood side for more content.